where you been and where you going. This is Ari's travel show, yeah. We're gonna talk about travel today. It's You Be Trippin, yeah.
Welcome to You Be Trippin, everybody. The travel podcast that does, makes you a better person. Today on the episode, I have my friend Daniel Sloss, Edinburgh's finest comedian of all time.
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to think if there's... Well, I wouldn't, Edinburgh's. Do you mean like Edinburgh?
No, yeah, Edinburgh and they're Fifey. Whatever.
Yeah, Fife. Yeah, just the kingdom.
Is there
of
anybody
Fife.
famous came out of there?
Fife, not famous over here. When I was at high school, the famous person was a woman called Edith Bowman, who is a radio presenter. And I remember at high school, they were like, Edith Bowman used to go here. She's on Radio 1 now. And
Huge
that was
claim to fame.
Oh man, it was huge in the UK. We were like, oh God, believe it. I've definitely blown her out of the water.
Yeah.
But I think they're less proud of me because
We know about them, but
I'm definitely more famous than Edith Bowman. But she's really one. She's nice. She's clean. They can be like, and this is all the nice things she's done, as opposed to.
Is she gone now? She dead?
No, she's still with us.
Wow.
She's still around, just hosting radio, being a nice, pleasant person.
Yeah,
certainly
you're blown out of the water.
Yeah, but she's not doing jokes about the Holocaust.
She's not.
So, they are more proud of her and they can talk about her more openly. It's less of a gamble to get their kid.
Yeah. You're not going to be like,
up to.
Are you associated with Edith? She's great. What do you mean?
Well, it's just she says some highly contentious things, and it seems to be she says them just for the sake of saying them.
Daniel Sloss is on the show today. Where are we going?
Russia, because
Russia.
I must be one of the last fucking people for a while to get to play Russia.
Yeah, right? Is that over? I guess so. You can't go to
gotta
Russia
be.
anymore.
Who's gigging in Russia right now? What English-speaking comedy is happening in Russia right fucking
Because there's
now?
no way I'm not bringing my weed pen to Russia.
No.
I'm gonna.
Of course you are.
And they're gonna get me.
Yeah. And then they'll use you as a political prisoner. Do you think America would care?
No. Do you think they care about you in Scotland? Do you think Scotland would be like, we gotta do something?
God, you know what? No, they would not. They would go, yeah, that's him. They would be like,
they laugh about it.
Yeah,
they know. They're like, this is one of his gags.
Yeah, no.
One of his fun.
I think enough people. I think the first thing that would happen is it would be in Scottish people would be like Scottish comedian arrested in Russia for weed pen, and I think the number one reply to all of those things that everyone would like would just be the common man going, "Who never heard of him?" That would be the number one thing.
That's your obituaries. Never heard of him.
Oh, just people be never heard of him. I don't, and then I just don't think they'd care. I don't think they would. It's not enough to start a nuclear. Not even threaten a nuclear war.
I can see a housewife telling her husband, like, "Oh, that Daniel Sloss is it?" I can't do the accent. Daniel Sloss is in prison, don't you know? Oh, that man's always a crick up. And then that was it. I think I got crack right.
Oh, man, you got none of it.
I might have been Australian too. Hey, you know Bay City Rollers? I just got a Bay City Roller. Saturday night. They're Scottish anyway. I think they're from Fife.
The Bay City Rollers are Scottish?
Yeah.
Oh, you could have given me a million guesses, and I never would have said they were one of ours.
Yeah. All right. So what was Russia like?
So going in before I was in comedy out there, and the day before we were in Austria, and they sent their English isn't so good that you could do a show just in English and you'd get half the size of crowd, but if you're willing to get a translator who doesn't do it on stage but is in a box, people would get the option to buy earphones before, and he translates it live. So the way he translates it live is he comes to the show the day before, listens to it, records it, so that he can translate it into Russian the next day and then do it at the same time.
Really?
That you do on stage. Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh,
damn, that's weird.
Oh, it's very weird. And he's
I've had the deaf people, but not that's crazy.
Well, because it's an entirely different fucking language,
Yeah.
and he's got to have this understanding of art and comedy and how to translate it, because it's not it's not just a different fucking language. It's a different alphabet.
Oh.
It's a different sentence fucking structure. And also the entire time we're like, this guy is KGB. Like this is all just a fucking ruse.
He has to come to 2 shows in a row?
Yeah.
That's odd.
Yeah, and he's just gonna sit there, and like, there's no way this cunt isn't just like writing down what I'm talking
His hands
about.
are glow in the dark. He's fucking putting whatever jelly I have on my sandwich.
Because I had some stuff in my show where I was like, I'm doing pro gay stuff.
Pro gay. Oh,
Yeah, and I'm like, and I'm not cutting that out. Yeah, it's illegal there.
Whoa.
So I was like, I'm definitely
What
doing
was
it.
Brittney Griner going there for then?
Who?
The fucking basketball player. Gay pothead?
Yeah.
Go to a country where gays and pot's not allowed? That's dumb. I get it. The money's there, but that's dumb.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is she still in jail there?
Yeah, I think so.
And if
now.
there's, I mean, a black woman, is there anything but like American people would do less for? They're like, oh no way. How do you think you would do, like, if you were political prisoners? Do you think they?
No way. They wouldn't get me out.
No.
No way. No way. No one would even talk about it. No one would even talk about it. They were like, this is what he gets. And then they'd be like, it's karma for, and then the list of specific things. Everyone's like, no, who cares about that? It's this, though. He deserves it.
Yeah, people just, every time you've tweeted or Instagrammed about the death of a celebrity, which is my favorite thing, but like just the utter fucking empathyless, vitriolic bile that comes out. But that's what people would use to justify it. They would be like, they would put up the Kobe tweets.
This is what he gets.
This is what, like, let him. I hope they fucking keep him.
Did you hear what he said about Stephen Hawking? Yeah, it would be a lot of happiness. It would be dancing.
Yeah. Anti-Semites Semites on the Russian side.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know who to hate here.
Did you guys, did you drink there? Did you get into it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Oh, fuck yeah. Well, I was deeply depressed at this point on tour, and we've been on tour too long. Like, I just lost my mind, man. Just being in the, not eating healthy, not exercising. Like, because it's just waking up, flight, drink on the flight, land, show, drink. I've done my body no favors. But the vodka out there is so good. Like it's fucking ice cold, and it is just with everything.
Really?
Yeah, man, and you do just shot it, and it's fine, and it goes down.
How expensive, or just normal, or cheap?
No idea. Like, they did
Okay.
such a good job of making that money confusing that you've just got like a wad of notes, and you're like, no idea.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't even fucking ballpark what this is.
The worst for that is Australia, because it's pretty close to the dollar. And so you're like throwing money around, like, I'm sure it's like Thailand, and then you're like, no, dude, you spent like $200
Oh,
yesterday.
Australia's so fucking expensive. You ever bought Coke in Australia?
No,
It's $1 million.
It's not worth it.
No, and it's not even Coke. Like, it's cut with, because it's like it's just an island, like, but like it's a fucking continent, but it's the farthest away.
But
from
can't they just
any
make Coke? Are they all
No.
importing it from fucking Bogota?
Yeah. And all, I mean,
Oh, no
man,
wonder.
they can barely fucking grow weed in Australia. You ever had bushweed? Like, it's fine, it'll get you high, but it's what our parents fucking smoked in the, you know how, like, you know how every old person's like, I can't smoke this young people's pot nowadays because it's all like, this is that.
Yeah. What? So tell me, I don't know. Tell me everything. Is the vodka there like Scotch in Scotland, where it's just like tons of local?
Yeah, tons of local, just there, and it's like but it's, people in Scotland don't all drink whiskey.
Yeah.
I think everyone in Russia drinks vodka.
Oh, nice.
Like, I think it really is like it's just part of their everyday.
Nice.
You have it with meals, like, it's got to be served frozen, but like there's different types. Like, there's menu. It's nice. It's real good.
But so they don't do mixers much. It's mostly the fucking just straight vodka.
Oh man, they would do it with like, but I mean, everywhere you go, they can just go. You go shot vodka, and like, yeah, here you go.
Oh, nice.
And it's ice cold, and it's smooth as fuck. We went to
it's like silky that way.
Yeah,
Right?
so smooth.
It's like less watery and more like something.
Yeah, like, have you ever had actually really good cold tequila? Goes down way smoother than you ever actually think it would. Like, because that's the way,
It'd be nice to
horrible things are meant to be served cold, because it numbs the flavor
like
of them.
beer.
Like beer.
Yeah, why do they serve it warm?
Warm beer is the worst beer. That's
It's
absolutely
awful.
disgusting.
What are they
Whereas, like, red wine should be room temperature, because it's nice. Then you get all the flavor out of it.
Yeah, vodka, ice fucking cold.
Ice fucking cold.
What was it? Was it freezing?
Oh yeah, it was pretty fucking cold. Yeah. We were there. I'm gonna say in about November, and it was like, we'd bought jackets for, in places like Iceland.
Yeah.
When you go outside and you've put on like 2 layers of trousers and 3 pairs of fucking underwear and like 4 hoodies and like this big winter jacket, and then like Mother Nature just laughs.
And levels you.
And just through all those layers of clothes, just takes your balls and just puts them firmly up in your body, like tickles your taint, and you're just instantly cold. You've done everything you can. No more could be done, and it's still.
And it's like,
This is fucking chilly.
And Scotland's cold.
Yeah,
you live in a cold place, and it's like so much worse.
So much worse. Like, I find it funny when people are like, Scotland's cold. I'm like, Scotland's not cold. Scotland's just not warm.
Yeah.
Like, there's a place that exists. It's cool.
Yeah.
And like when it gets cold, we get fucking nippy days. But compared to like Russia or fucking Slovakia, like Norway and Sweden and Iceland, when it gets cold, it fucks you to death.
Steve from the cellar, the back door,
yeah.
he said you can tell tourists because they don't wear the right winter clothes. They just wear more autumn clothes. Like a layer of hoodies and jackets. And it's just like they're not doing this right.
Yeah. It's really weird.
November, it's that cold. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful city if you're in like the fucking center, but you forget how fucking massive Russia is, right?
Hi guys, I just want to break into today's episode to let you know about Daniel Sloss. He's a fucking high-level stand-up comedian. I hope you understand that. He's going to be doing a show at the London Palladium. It's a massive venue on October 5th. Get tickets at danielsloss.com/tour. He's also got on danielsloss.com multiple of his specials streaming. You can get links for him. Dark, I think that was a Netflix one. X, I think that was the HBO one. Socio, I forgot the last one, name and title, but he's great. If you haven't checked him out, you're in for a treat. Myself have a special called Jew that's available on YouTube right now. Over 7 million views, and I think but 6 of them were positive. And Double Negative on Netflix. Also, I got to tell you about Shroomfest, everybody. What are you guys doing? This year it's July 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Yeah. Every year, we celebrate, we meet up on another plane of existence, somewhere in the universe. July 20th, 21st, and 22nd. All you got to do to participate is take some boomers, take some shrooms. That's right. It should be fun. Let me know in the comments if you're watching on YouTube what you're planning on doing. Or actually, maybe don't ruin it and have a fucking fun time where nobody knows you're fucked up. I don't know. Leave a comment regardless, guys, and subscribe wherever you are. Also, the You Be Trippin Patreon is going strong. Patreon.com/YouBeTrippin. People have been sending in their postcards from their travels all over the world. I read them on there. Tell me some fun thing you've gotten into or some weird detail about a place you've been, and I'll read them on the Patreon. Then I stick them on the back wall, and I'm decorating the whole fucking back wall of the Patreon studio. It's patreon.com/YouBeTrippin. But also for Shroomfest, I've got Shroomfest shirts at shaffir.com/tour. Also got my vinyl up there, but the Shroomfest shirts will ship out in time for you to wear them on Shroomfest if you so desire. I would say don't do it. Wear it as a badge of honor afterwards and don't mess up your trip by having people look at you. But the design is great. It's by Abracadaver. And if you order them this week, you will get them in time for Shroomfest. I don't get any of the money from that. They all go to the artist, and he's donating a bunch of it to MAPS for psychedelic studies. Anyway, that's it. I hope you guys are enjoying this episode. Subscribe wherever you're listening or watching, and let's get back to it.
We had a local comic open for us, and do comedy in Russian before Kai went on, right? And this guy was from 3,500 miles away in Russia. Kai in Newcastle was only 2,800 miles away from home.
Wow.
So even though this guy was the local Russian comedian, Kai was actually lived closer to fucking Moscow.
Cool.
It's cool. Just so big.
Yeah. Yeah, it never stops.
It's all. And it's just so much fuck all. But in all these places.
Where's Moscow? On the left?
Yeah,
whatever. The west? Somewhere around there?
Yeah.
It's an old...
Yeah, what kind of fucking old ass
It's from I don't know. It's from 1980. I don't know. It's old. They don't have all the fucking countries in. But it's just the shapes. So that's over there somewhere.
Yeah.
And then it's just it just fucking goes on.
Heaps and heaps and heaps of fucking nothing.
How did Russia get everything?
Well, I mean, just because
the U.S. killed Indians.
Yeah.
When did they take over all this?
Well, they didn't really take over. Like, there's so many different types of Russians. Like, when we think of Russians, we just think of the ones that you see in St. Petersburg and fucking Moscow.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, there's Asian Russians. There's, like, Russians, like there's Mongolians. There's, like...
Do you ever hear Mongolian accents?
Yeah.
It's that weird Russian Chinese.
Yeah. It's, man, wait, there's people that we don't even, like, think about.
Yeah.
Entire fucking communities that we're also like, oh... Yeah, I guess they
Russian?
would identify as Russian too. But you're not the bad guys in movies because, you know, you just live up in the mountains and do fuck all.
Russian rednecks.
Yeah, Russian rednecks. You're not a threat to anyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not yet. Not until they're being conscripted.
Was that guy way different? He just moved to Moscow? That
Yeah.
dude from way... Really?
Well, but he wasn't different. He was just a white fucking guy. I mean, he didn't
Okay.
speak a fucking lick of English. Like, we had to have the translator with us most of the night. And we met, like, other Russian comedians. And, you know, they spoke enough English a lot of the time. We went to a Russian comedy club. Like...
There's a scene there?
There's
this is Moscow or both?
Moscow. Yeah. So there's
a scene in
Man, we get
Moscow?
to this comedy club and, like, there are people, like, sitting on fucking beanbags, but there's tables there and they've got, like, hookahs and stuff. And there's a comedian on stage just doing comedy in fucking Russian. And sounded like it was going okay. Like, it was a weird setup for a room. Like, it wasn't as good as... But, man, it's new there and they're doing it in their own way.
Was it a club or they just repurposed like a coffee shop?
No, man, it was a comedy club. It was a comedy
Wow.
club. They got photos on the wall of, like,
With
all of their...
beanbag chairs?
Yeah. Oh, there's like high chairs
Yeah.
as well, but there's comfortable seating.
That's funny. It's funny to see
And
what
they've
new
got, like, all-
scenes do.
Yeah, but they've got, like, you know, they've seen the cellar, so it's like that sort of backdrop, and then they've got their pictures of all of their comedians signed by them, and it's like, who the fuck are these people?
It's like you're the same age. You're all the same age as your picture.
Yeah.
It's just started. Oh my god, that's cool. What's the architecture like? Let's start with that. What was the food like?
So I mean, man, I love any country that went through any white country that went through real, like, poverty times. For me, make my favorite type of food, which is meat and root vegetables.
Nice.
Which is just,
Yeah.
you know what, there was a time when we didn't have meat, and now we've got an abundance of meat, and we don't forget the time that we had no meat. So it's steak and potatoes, it's fucking mince pies, it's beef pies, it's just everything.
Hearty.
Here's potatoes and here's steak in 1,000 different ways, and also with gravy, like borscht and fucking,
Damn, yeah.
you know, dumpling. Pardon me.
Oh yeah, those pierogi things or whatever they're called.
But yeah. But they've got their own weird, like, fucking dumplings. They do just like fucking dumpling soup, and like they've got their own little types of fucking potato-y pasta, and you know they're really good at. Well,
What?
they're okay at steak. Like, you gotta, the Eastern Europeans weird. Like, you gotta, it's like American shoe sizes. If you're like a medium in America and you go to European, you're a European well done.
Because they just won't cook stuff.
No, man, no. Like,
No.
I'm medium in the UK, but like when I'm there, I'm like fucking like well done, because they run a lighter under meat, and they're
Nice
like,
thought,
"Hey, go,
Dan.
yeah, there you go. That's fucking what? That's medium rare, isn't it?" Yeah. I showed it some fire emojis. What more do you want me to do? It's been under a hot lamp all day. That's how we try to cook it.
Dude, do you ever get where it's like if your food is cooked wrong, but you're in another country, you're like, I don't know the rules here, and I'm just gonna eat it because I don't know if I can send it back.
Depends. Like, I get real. Like, if I think I can like, I know I can stomach undercooked,
Yeah.
like beef and potatoes, because I do that at home all the time. But like, if I was in, you know, India, I'm like, oh, I can't handle. Like, I love
cook it.
Indian food, but if it's not well cooked, the spices are gonna fuck my tummy up for a bit. I can't be bringing in.
Yeah. New threats.
Yeah. It's just too much gambling at once.
Is everything hot there? I mean, food wise, or do they serve like you know what I mean?
Yeah, they've got like. I mean, I'm not that much of a. I don't branch out. Like, I wouldn't have tried any of the. You know, if there was any weird local fucking delicacies, like meat and potatoes and vodka was enough.
Yeah.
For me. But I mean, we just went to
That
like
seems local.
where the fucking like Kremlin bit is, like the government buildings are. And man, it's weird. Like, you forget, like, it's so weird that Russia is so homophobic considering how gay their buildings are. Like, man, like, go and look at like Moscow. Like, it's like the old like Taj Mahal tops.
Yeah.
They're bright colors.
What is that? Why is that
so
there?
it's super gay. It's like, this is, man. What? You hate the gays because the gays would love what you've done with the place.
It's like a fucking teacup, right? They're all like.
wearing fluffy fucking
Yeah, what
hats.
the fuck is that?
It's so camp. It's
Why
such
are
a camp.
Russians such dumbasses?
Yeah.
What a weird. Yeah, they're all fucking puffy pants.
Yeah, they're just like, hey, and here's a giant pink cupcake top on our very serious government building. Take us seriously. We hate the gays. Welcome to the marshmallow division. Like just little swirly cupcake tops. You're like, okay, well, that's an interesting.
Are there gays there? Did you meet any gays there?
Yeah, man.
In the comedy scene, there must have been a few.
There were gays.
Don't name names.
Well, man, I got really drunk on vodka and kissed a gay guy there because I was like, "Is this illegal?" And he was like, "Absolutely." And I'm like, "Let's do a crime."
Wow. What do they do? They just like, do they enforce it? Is it like weed
Oh
here
man,
in New York?
there
Or
were.
what?
Yeah, I think you can like snitch on people for being gay, and then or like, and gays will just regularly get the shit kicked out of them.
Oh.
I
I would not kick the shit out of one, but I would snitch on one if it would serve me. If we were both up for the same part, or something like that, I'd be like, dude, drop out of the race, or I'll go and
Or I'm gonna tell.
I'm using it. Why would I not? Or just drop out now. Either way, you're not getting the part. That's over. Just do the smart thing, bro. I don't hate gays. I've seen Advantage.
No, yeah, I don't. I like you, and I would hate to see you get the shit kicked out of you.
What are you doing?
I'm
I'm getting the fucking part, dude. I'm getting it. That's non-negotiable.
Yeah, of course it's selfish, but you would do the same thing.
You would do it.
If they hate the Jews. Are you telling me?
We've
you
been
would?
through this. People did it. It's fine. I get it now. I get snitching. You want that farm. But like, yeah, I still like you, dude.
Yeah, I
smart
hope you
thing.
can move on from this and understand this is purely tactical. Yeah, cruel, but it's a dog-eat-dog world. Do you want to walk home safely tonight?
Yeah.
Or do you want to be in this show?
Look, it's a preset number in my phone. The gay snitch line. It's like I've used it before. Please do the right thing by yourself and your loved ones. I'll tell you what, I'll take you out to dinner one day.
Yeah.
With the money I'm making from this role.
Privately.
Yeah,
That's
very
all I-
privately.
It can't be seen.
Yeah. Damn,
So
wow.
we-
So they have to be
so-
careful about it?
Well, no, I think like, the gay comedians that I met there were like, no, like they talk about being gay. They're like, fuck the system. Like,
Yeah.
fuck this. There is that. Like that's why I find so funny about like British and American comedians talking about fucking you can't say anything. I'm like, shut the fuck up, man. You can say whatever you like. You occasionally get yelled at. These cunts can't say anything.
Can't say it.
They're like, any comedy now in fucking Russia, and I guarantee there's stuff on. Man, those people are saying shit, and when they do, they're getting disappeared, arrested.
Disappeared. It's like,
That's a country where you can't say anything anymore. Yeah, he's dead now. We don't know where the
Yeah.
fuck he is. Nobody's seen him for ages.
China.
You
ever
got
hear-
yelled
yeah.
at online by 7 people, and you're still talking about it.
Have they ever had a comic disappear?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I couldn't tell you who it is, but I would be because I met.
There was one in Colombia. He went missing.
yeah. There's been a heaps in India.
Yeah. China had to have some disappeared.
Yeah,
right?
definitely, yeah.
They got weird about, like, please don't say anything about the government.
Russia, I think they're like, because I met a Russian comedian who came to like Scotland about 5 years ago. His name's also Daniel, or the Russian translation of his name is Daniel.
What's it? Russia? All right, whatever.
I'm
go
not.
ahead.
Well, I mean, is it like if it's the racist Russian?
Yeah.
It's like the hello,
Oh, yeah,
Cherkov.
That's
It is time to drink the vodka.
Yeah.
That's
Did they talk that way?
No, well, they just have that weird cadence when even if what they're saying is nice, it does sound like a threat. I have run you a bath.
It does sound like it.
Get into the bath.
Like I'm not coming out of this bath. Fuck.
Do you want to have some of this water that I have prepared for you? No, I don't. I don't want that. Why?
Wait, back to the gays.
Oh, so
And,
yeah.
and saying what you can and what you
Oh
can't.
yeah. Oh, so he was saying that, like, he's done stuff like heaps of Russia is like fucking right wing and full fucking Putin supporters, and you know, in the same way, you know, they watch Russian state media. So like people who watch like Fox News here, they'll just believe whatever is on. They have their version of that.
Yeah.
But then there's also the young generation in Russia who do know how to get access to the internet, do have access to
What
the
do they
internet.
do? VPNs, or do they do?
Yeah, man,
just
they're
VPNs?
fucking kids, and
Right.
they're doing what any fucking teenagers in the rest of the world do, which is watching American sitcoms, watching British fucking movies,
Right.
You know, watching Conan
Through a
you know,
download
just
site through
yeah,
Sweden.
just seeing what like because like the wall kind of went down. In like the 90s, after like the Soviet Union collapsed, and they started getting their own McDonald's and everything,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Oh my god, we can be like America," but they couldn't. But then they kind of could for a bit. But they had finally, you know, Russia was always so desperate to just stay Russia, and we're not the West. And the people were like, "But the West have like iPhones, and we want iPhones. Like we want to be a bit like the West. Come on, that looks fun."
The West.
Yeah, like we don't want
West.
to, and the government's like, no, Russian identity. This is, and they're like, but you know,
But-
but McDonald's is so good though.
The phones will still be in Russian. The menus will be in Russian at McDonald's.
Yeah, and so you know, it
So
came
they
over-
have them there.
Yeah, well, I mean, now since the fucking war, heaps of them have pulled out, but they just do their own versions of it. But man, like the Russian people still want to, you know, they don't think their government is. They're the younger ones who definitely
right,
think
they
their
know
government.
about it.
Yeah, man, they know their
Right,
government
right.
shit. They watch. You know, they watched Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. They watched Trevor Noah. Like, they know what the world thinks about them. And so they've
What
got
is-
this, you know, this weird relationship with their fucking grandparents who are like, Putin's the best. And they're like, do you have any idea how the rest of the world sees us? And they're like, we don't care how the rest of the world sees us because we're Russia. We're this.
They all hate us because of our dominance or something, whatever.
So it's like, I mean, Russia, don't get me wrong, are the absolute fucking bad guys at the moment. But there are good people there
Right.
desperately fucking protesting this stuff who are getting fucking disappeared and who are getting sent to fucking jail for protesting.
We
this
had it
stuff.
in the United States and in North Carolina. They had some rules saying trans people can't go into the opposite, the birth sex bathroom.
Yeah.
And I don't know. And then everybody got upset. They're like, "Psst, boycott North Carolina. And then all these like,
Don't you mean girl caught?
Yeah.
That's pretty offensive.
And all these like black people were like, can you not boycott my fucking business just because I live in a state? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
There's more of us here than that. Oh, right. So what do they say about the government?
I mean, there's, you know, you can talk about like how.
Do they talk about it? Yeah. Do they be like, fuck this
Oh,
place?
I don't know now if they do, but
Yeah.
man, definitely the comedian Daniel I was talking about, he was like, I'm outspoken about, you know, the government, and you know, he believes in a democracy, and they'll make jokes in the same way that we do. But it's like risky to make jokes
Right.
because like, it's actually risky to make jokes.
You got to
Because-
find the line, and they're like,
Yeah, because
you
the
can't
line,
get that
the line
close.
there, the line there isn't a bunch of people will tweet you
Yeah.
and tell you they don't like you and that will hurt your feelings. There, it's like you are now on a list that Putin is aware of.
Yeah.
And if you go too close to a line, maybe you get hit by a car or you fall off a building, and you know,
Is there any
people
of
die
is
of
there-
mysterious circumstances all the time.
Is there any of like that we're like, maybe you can't get a loan?
Oh, definitely, absolutely. And people will just follow you for ages. They'll just follow you for a very, very long time and just make you feel uncomfortable and unsafe. You know, they'll not necessarily kill you, but it's, you know, intimidation and
Damn.
Oh, hi guys. Didn't see you there. I was just sitting by a pond smoking my Olmec cigar from Foundation Cigars. Yeah, it's a rich, full-bodied taste that only wholesome Ari could enjoy. Yeah, wholesome Ari doesn't get into these hijinks where he pulls his D and J out. No, he just sits by, ponds, smoking a rich, full-bodied cigar from the Connecticut River Valley. Yeah, that's right. Foundation Cigars was started by a man named Nick Ragwa. That's his real name. And he was born in, I believe, Ethiopia. And he went to Nicaragua because of his namesake to study the fine art of making cigars. And he came up with, maybe you've seen Joe Rogan smoke them in the Joe Rogan episode. Those are the Rogans. This I'm smoking, it's the Olmec. You can get it wherever you find cigars, or you can order them for yourself at foundationcigars.com. Yeah, they come in a pack of, how many is this? I buy them in a pack. You know why? Because they're cheaper. This is a pack of 12. The Olmec, one, and then another fucking hidden layer. That's where you put your illegal reels of movies from the 30s. When you're out of your Olmec Foundation cigars. Guys, they are really good, for real. Beyond the drop the fucking whatever voice. I love these cigars. He makes them good. Me and Bobby Kelly visited the site once where they make everything. Psst, psst. Come here, buddy. Be part of this wholesome ass commercial. Yeah, go to foundationcigars.com right now and order whatever you want. But if you don't want to commit to a box of cigars, which is fucking ridiculous, just get a box. I'm telling you, they're really good. I'm telling you, they're like legit high level. You know, I actually got it. Okay, let's just lay it on the table. I got an offer from a different cigar company to be a sponsor, and I said, no, let's reach out to Foundation because I love their cigars. They're great. So let's just do that instead, where I can not lie. Not have to exaggerate, not have to be like, these are good. These are the ones I smoke. You guys will like them. FoundationCigars.com. Get yourself a box. Or if you're at any cigar store and you're looking for one, ask them. Do you have anything by Foundation? It's guaranteed. It's going to be fucking good. God damn, Wholesome Marty's not supposed to curse at a fucking ad read. Hi, everybody. Today's episode of You Be Trippin is brought to you by Shopify.com. Guys, Shopify is a global commerce platform that helps you sell directly to your customers. And you might say, well, Ari, why would I want to do that? Well, I'm telling you, it's because you want to connect to your customers. Shopify will help you grow and do whatever you want. And what I suggest you do, everybody, what I suggest you do is quit your fucking regular job. Get your e-commerce platform going so much that you can tell your dumb fuck boss that I'm out. I don't want to do this anymore. And maybe, just maybe, if you're brave enough, you'll take a shit on his desk. Yeah. You Be Trippin encourages you all to take a shit on the desk of your boss. But first, do it responsibly. Figure out a new commerce. Maybe it's selling lemons. Maybe it's illegally breaking into people's backyards, stealing lemons and selling them on a e-commerce platform like Shopify.com. By the way, Shopify.com/trippin, you get $1 trial period. And maybe it's not lemons. But why wouldn't it be? You think, oh, I can't break into everybody's house and get lemons. But you're like, oh, but I do want to take a shit on my fucking boss's desk. So you go in there and you're like, no, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a real go. There's lemon trees everywhere. And these fucking neighbors aren't picking them. That's tart. But not as tart as your boss's face will be when he sees that fucking hot dump right on his fucking desk. I'm Ari Shaffir, and I encourage such mischief. Yeah, because I'm not part of society. I'm separate from it, and you can be too. You travel all the world while your fucking underlings sell these lemons for you. That's fucking tart. It was a mistake. Shopify.com, you guys. Shopify.com/trippin. Yeah, they're all sorts of good. They're all sorts of fucking good. God, that was fucking tart. I got a fucking, what's it called for you too? A little promo code for you to get your business started right away. Legitimately, guys, don't you want to take a shit on the desk of your boss? Don't you believe in that dream? I know I believe in it for you. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at Shopify.com/trippin, all lowercase. Go to Shopify.com/trippin and grow your business no matter what stage you're in. Oh yeah, they help you grow your business. That's also really good. Shopify.com/trippin. Take a shit on your boss's desk. From us to you, we all believe in this message. Dump away. Now let's get back to the episode.
So what do the fuck they talk about on stage there? Is it just like, it's just not political mostly?
I think it's not political, but they've still got, social stuff. Like, I think they're allowed to talk about, you definitely get the comedians that talk about being gay. And, they talk about weeds. They talk about drugs. They talk about...
Wait, do people smoke there?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, man. Oh, man, this is the thing. Like, everywhere you go in the world, you will find... That's the big secret of fucking travel. The world is very different, but it's also the same. People are the same everywhere. Yeah. Like, people are unique and they're individual, but you will always find people like yourself who think similarly in every part of the world. They might be a minority there, or they might be a majority where you come from, and there might be less there. But there's,
How's the weed in Russia?
It's good.
Really?
It's good. I mean, it's
wow.
it's
Hear
not,
that, Australia?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Russia has better.
You can grow it there.
And they get it up in the mountains. I think also they get it from like fucking Afghanistan and stuff. Cause
right.
How
do they still have that poppy connection? Yeah. What else are people doing there? Drinking, smoking.
You can smoke in restaurants.
Coke?
We didn't do any, but yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah. They do lots of, like, if you never see like the cool, and I say cool, but like the weird fights. So, there's like UFC here where it's like 1-on-1. Russia will be like 10-on-10.
Oh, the tag team shit?
Yeah.
Did you go to one?
No, I didn't have time to fucking go.
No, not tag team. It's
not
just
tag
on.
team. There's just 10 start at one side, 10 start at the other. beat the fucking shit out of each other, red versus blues.
Yeah, it's crazy because as soon as one guy taps, you're like, now this team has an advantage.
Yeah,
and then
a
it's
number.
just 2-on-1.
Yeah.
Even if I'm about to start submit you, then one of your friends just starts punching me in the head.
It's over. Like they just knee you. There's no, and they're like there's refs there, but they're just there to kind of just to move the bodies out of the way. It's not like a ref like, oh, that's an illegal knee. They're like, oh, I need to move Sherkov.
I just got my dragging license. People out by the legs with their hands that would have been a fun one to watch.
One of the things I didn't experience, but one thing I was told about there was like the difference between like the women are just like, I want a big strong man who's got money and who tells me what to do. That's what we want. And if that's not a man, that's like, no, obviously that's not everyone.
But that's like a vibe there.
That's a big vibe.
Interesting.
There.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like a bunch
They're
of women.
part bear.
Well, but like in Russia, like Russian women, so many of them don't believe in feminism. They're like, what a stupid fucking concept. Like I want a rich man who's strong, tells me what to fucking do, and I'll have this, and it's his job to fucking spoil me. Because I'm beautiful, and that should be enough.
Hey, that's cool.
Hey.
Yeah.
And some of them are hot, and you're like, what?
Are they hot?
Yeah.
Are they hot
Oh,
Russians?
yeah, but whenever you get to that part of the world, it's, there's a real switch sometimes. They can go from being like, oh my God, 10 out of 10 supermodel. But then you see like 90-year-old Russian woman, and they're like fucking Tetris shaped, and like just like so jowly, and you're like, oh God, when did that happen? Because I bet you were a model when you were younger. You didn't always look like this. You did look like that 10 out of 10. So they wither. They wither in that part of the world.
Yeah, I love when people like so-and-so from whatever country, they're really hot. You're like, but also really gross. It's like, which one are you talking about?
Man, it's like Irish women. Irish women are beautiful when they're young. And when the second they go over 50, they are an absolute nightmare. Whereas the Asians, they're good, man. Like old.
Irish women, no, it's about 27.
Yeah?
Yeah, it goes fast. As soon as they see that first light of sun, they just orc out. And they're just like, and then it's over. It's like having a baby for them. What else did you get into? Were there any cool bars or anything?
Yeah, I mean, so the night we were there, like we arrived, I was there for such a short period of fucking time. Like,
Dark.
Yeah, which I would have liked to have been there for longer. And it's what I mean, especially now that I'm like, oh man, it'll be, 20 years before I get to fucking go back.
Yeah, especially now.
Yeah, because also, look, first of all, you've got to play Ukraine first. Like what kind of what kind of?
I wouldn't have even thought of that.
You have to. There's no way after the war finally ends. You have to. You have to play Ukraine first.
It's like you're going to Russia before. Like shit.
No, you got to. You owe it to. Like it's such a like any comedian that goes to Russia first.
But what can you have the excuse if like some people we know? Can you be like, I'm a bad comedian, so I'm punishing Russia with my presence?
I mean, you can try and spin
Ukraine.
it that way, but at that point you're just a fucking grifter. You gotta go to Ukraine.
You gotta go to Ukraine,
and you gotta be like, and you gotta insult Russia the entire fucking time, and you gotta be like, and just give the Ukrainians what they want. You just badmouth the Russians, big up the Ukrainians. You rip that gig. They love you. So you have Zelensky open for you because like he used to be a fucking comic.
His schedule just got filled up.
Yeah. And then after you do like 7 nights there, that's when you go to Russia. But you got to do the exact same stuff. You got to be like, you fucking pussies. You got your fucking ass kicked. Ukrainians are bears. You're fucking orcs. You fucking losers. And probably like a lot of Ukrainians come up just to see you do that, and
I wonder what they would say. Those state-run media people like watch that. What they would say about this war, or do they even know about it?
Oh yeah, man. Do you not see the clips of like the way man? You can see the actual propaganda that is coming out of Russia. That again and it's not propaganda in the way that they're just putting on screens in public. I mean they are doing that in a way. But it's more, man, people will just watch their favorite news source, like Fox News. They'll just go, you can prove time and time again how much Tucker Carlson lies. People don't care. It doesn't matter. They just like the news source. So in Russia, there's just 3 people who like these men in suits who just say things like, this will be an easy war for us to win. Putin's made a great decision. If anyone threatens us, we should nuke them out of existence. We're the greatest country on earth. And just all these old Russian people are like, these fucking guys get it.
Yeah, I think we're just nuking if they fuck.
Yeah,
I
man.
think we're gonna be great.
Again, people are
And
the
it's like,
same.
I heard we're winning already, and it's like we're almost done.
The same type of people exist in every country. There are dumb people who will just support the government for whatever, because that's
What's the fucking 1984,
Nationalism.
right? What is
Yeah.
it? The plebes? No, the bourgeois.
never. I think it's a bourgeois, but I've never
Yeah.
read 1984.
That's great.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it actually good?
dude, get it on audio tape. It's so much like you have to stop every chapter and be like, "Whoa!" It's just so dead on. By the way, it's just like that Big Brother stuff, but like we Big Brothers ourselves.
But is it like, because I remember people always said like Animal Farm, they were like, oh my god, it's such a good metaphor for communism, and the entire time I'm like, it's a thinly
farm?
veiled
Oh, right.
metaphor for communism. I'm like, it's such a short book, and it's people are like, it's so good. I'm like, it was good when there were 7 other books in the
Yeah.
world.
Right. No, dude, 1984 is great. It's just like it's not talking about the thing there. It's like obviously compared to like, but it's just like, why does all war happen, and like how we're all like fucking not allowing people to go out of the fucking norm.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever. Yeah, whatever. You got to read it. I can't. It's
Yeah.
I'm not gonna explain it.
I definitely want to. I hope.
Oh, but I was
That-
gonna say they would support any war because it's just like you've been told like this is a just war.
Yeah. And also, like, the Russians have a real bit of fucking resentment for the fact that, like, you know, when the Soviet Union crashed and they started, you know, they only had like Russian movies before then and their own TV shows. When they went down, they finally got to watch American TV shows and movies, and in all of the American TV shows and movies at that point, the Russians were the bad guys all the time. So, like, imagine that. Like, you finally get access to all of these movies. You're like, oh, my God, we get real entertainment. And, like, every single one, you're like, this is what they think of us? Like, Ivan Drago. Like, just that's what they think.
A murderer boxer.
Yeah. That's what they think we are. Ow.
Soulless, just all roided up, state-run system.
And they're like, that's who we are to you? Okay, so there's, like, resentment there. They're like, well, fuck those guys if that's what they think we are.
Fair. Yeah, at least in China, we can't make them the bad guys because then we can't play our movies there.
Yeah.
But Russia never had those. You're like, you couldn't play them anyway.
No.
Could you go see a regular movie? What movies played in Russia?
No, man. I think during the Soviet Union times, there was like what they controlled.
No, but I mean when you were there.
Oh, when I was there. Oh, you could. Yeah, man. There was. It was.
You could see like the Bridges of Madison County.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think they played all the American stuff. I mean, I don't know if it was edited.
Right. I wonder.
But it probably wasn't. Like my one thing I learned when one of my specials was released, it was, we know, thanks to like BitTorrent and stuff, we know it was like illegally downloaded like 1.6 million times.
Okay.
Like
nice.
the Russians know how to illegally download stuff. Like if these movies were not available in the cinema, they were still being consumed en masse. Because again, you've just got this young generation who grew up with the internet.
Like, I'll just get it.
Yeah, I'll just get it. If I can't, you know,
Yeah.
you can either give it to us in a way that we can access it, or I'll find a way to fucking get it. But there exists not a world where I'm not consuming that thing you made.
Right. Oh yeah, like when they changed First Row Sports, they always change the .eu, .com, .whatever. It's like, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna watch free sports. You guys, stop.
Yeah,
You just bother. It's the same thing with the fucking ratting on the guy for that part. Just stop. We're gonna find it.
Yeah, it's just, is this not boring for you?
Yeah.
Like,
God, you're annoying. Fucking now I gotta get those pop-ups because you can't fucking just wait. Just leave it alone.
I'm never
gonna get it.
I'm never going to pay for it. It belongs to me. I'm going to find it. Please
It's mine.
stop.
It was always mine. I'm trying to think what else to talk about for Russia. Like what else would you do? Like
I mean,
what was the
I would
vibe?
love to have gone out to the, you know, the more outskirtsy
sticks?
part. Yeah, but I mean, because some of the stories you hear, like my mum
Was it okay, go ahead.
My mum works for, she's outsourced by the UN, so she meets people who work for different parts of the world, for different parts of governments from around the world. And one of the stories that went around was like, I can't remember where the guy was from. Let's say America, right?
Okay.
And he's in some fucking weird part of Russia. This is in like the 80s, 90s, and he's getting a taxi to the airport.
Okay.
And when he's on the way there, he said he's got his passport, he's got his visa, he's got everything. He's leaving the country. Car pulls in front, like stops the taxi that he's in, and they go, get out of the car, and they go, give us your wallet, give us your passport, give us your money, give us your phone. He's like, oh man,
No
really?
way.
No,
Dude,
and he's
come on,
like, can I
need
not
these.
keep the passport there? They're like, nah, the airport's that way. Give us all of your fucking stuff, right? And he's like, oh fuck. And so the guy then like gets in the car, and then like the two cars, like they take the taxi, they take his car, and he just like walks
On the
down
side of the road, he's just like
just has to walk to work, and just hopes that like someone will, be nice at the airport. He doesn't have a passport. Like 2 hours later, a car comes in this direction, and two guys get out of the car, and they go, give us your wallet, give us your passport, give us your phone. And he goes, lads, you're fucking kidding me. This has just happened. And they're like, what? And he goes, I've just, like 2 hours ago, I've just been robbed. And they were like, on this road? You were robbed on this road? And he was like, yeah. And they were like, stay here, right? And they get in the car, and they fucking drive, right? All this way, right? And
he's like, oh, I don't want to start a turf war.
Man,
I'm just a robbery victim.
he just sits at the side of the fucking road. It like starts getting like darker and darker. Like 5 hours pass, and then there's like 2 car lights coming up the road, and it's the second 2 guys. They get out, right, and it's the taxi, and they get him, and they open up the boot, and it's the 2 guys that robbed him the first time, and they went, are these the guys? And he went, yeah, that's them. And they give him his passport, they give him his wallet, they give him his phone, and they go, fuck off. Like, here's the keys, go to the airport, leave it there, and don't tell anyone about this.
What?
And that was just like, yeah, man, so wait, hold on, you got mugged on our road? You got mugged on our fuck. Hold on. Like, and those
like
two,
that's a way bigger problem now.
yeah. Hold on, give us all your money. But man, something cool about that is like they're like, okay, you've had a rough day, and something worse happened to us. We just wanted we've taken all their money, all of their stuff, and we get to do our favorite thing, which is to bash people's fucking heads in.
Oh yeah, it's like this. You've actually serviced me quite nicely today. So is it like petty crimey?
I think so. I mean,
were like worried walking around?
Oh no! I think. Oh, I mean, there'll be pickpockets, I imagine, but it wasn't something I was worried about. Like, not in the fucking Kremlin, man. Like, there's armed guards everywhere, and that's the political bit. Like, that's the, they keep
hub.
that. Yeah.
Damn, yeah. Yeah, I guess when you go more out of town. That's
And man,
when
they're
they'd be
so
like,
fucking religious over there.
Christian?
Yeah, well, yeah, like a type of Christianity. Yeah. Oh, but there's also heaps. There's Russian Muslims. There's Russian Buddhists.
Oh, yeah.
Man, it's like so big. I don't know if it's Catholicism, but it's Orthodoxy.
Coptic? Is that a thing? Russian Orthodox.
Yeah, Russian Orthodox.
What's their difference? I always wonder the little differences between all the Jesuses.
Yeah.
There's so many little nothing things. Well, we're just like them, but we do divorce. Like, okay.
Yeah. It's just different fairy tales, buddy.
Yeah. People are religious?
Yeah. Like, it's, I would say, like, doing atheist jokes over there is, like, edgy. Like, so
what was the line there?
So, well, I was doing my show about, I was talking about fucking, like, rape and sexual assault, so, like, that was there. But I always thought that was the contentious bit of the show, but you can tell you're in a weird place when sex education is, like, a contentious bit.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, at what age do you get sex education in Russia? And they all just laughed. And I went, what? And they're like, you don't get sex education in Russia, like, at all. Like, that's not school mandated. No. That's because they're so fucking religious. If you teach it to kids, then they'll start.
They'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the only reason people fuck is because they were taught how to
right.
fuck.
They had some classes before they get married.
Yeah. You know me. I didn't start jerking off until somebody taught me how to jerk off.
Yeah.
And
Like they'll figure it out.
I thank you again.
They're
Uncle.
gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. They're all religious.
Yeah, real. So I think, like, if you were to do atheist jokes over there, that's like,
That's the edge.
that's
of
fucking
like,
edgy.
what?
They're like, oh.
This is so funny. Sometimes you get a walkout and they're like, oh, they didn't like the whatever school shooting jokes, and they're like, no, they were gone before that, or no, they love that. It was this other thing. You're like, what, that?
Yeah, really. That's oh man, it's when people get upset by the thing that just affects them. Like, they'll laugh at jokes about 9/11, and then you do one joke about diabetes, and they're like, but my uncle has diabetes.
It's not even diabetes. It's so funny. Like, it's not a shot every day. It's every other day, you asshole.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'd like to see what the lines were for people in Russia where they're like, whoa, whoa. I said one thing about Mao in China, and people, the crowd was like, stop.
Yeah.
I could feel they were like, just don't.
Why are they not allowed to?
Yeah, no government shit. But thought it was like pro Mao, so I was like, it's fine. But they were like, just it's not even funny.
I did Hong Kong. When I did Hong Kong, it was like when all heaps of the protests were going on, and they just made it illegal to wear masks.
Yeah.
And I was there, and so I put a mask on at the end of the show, being like, "Look at me, look at me, bravely putting on a mask." And, oh no, not even tomorrow. That night, like I got in a taxi after the show straight to Australia. What a brave ally.
You ever on those pictures like Black Lives Matter? The people picked up a drill and was like, took a picture and then just gave the drill back and like left, like, not helping the community. And it's like, nah,
yeah, that was 100% me.
Yeah, I never really wanted to go to Russia. Why? What did you ever have a pull to go there, or was it just like?
No, it was
just a tour.
No, it was not something I ever wanted to do. But they, oh man, I think it was even genuinely like I didn't even want to do it for the audience. It was a money thing. Like they just said a number, and I was like, oh, I mean, for that, I'll absolutely, I'll die on my hole.
Yeah.
Because they were like, we can sell 3,000 tickets. I'm like, there's no way you're getting 3,000 people in fucking Russia.
Yeah.
Like in Moscow. That's an insane thing to say.
You got 3,000 people to see you in Moscow.
In fucking Moscow.
In a non-English speaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And then I turned up and I was there, and it was a great gig, and I was like, oh my god. And then it turned into, oh my, like,
that's what we're saying. The degenerates of the people that are coming out.
yeah, like the fun fucking people, and they stood outside in the cold afterwards. Then went to a comedy club and had a Russian McDonald's and got absolutely fucking drunk.
3,000 people in fucking
3,000
Moscow.
people.
Damn,
Yeah.
fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was so good.
Yeah. Do the locals come out?
Yeah,
I mean, they're all locals. There's
yeah,
no
pretty
expats,
much. Well,
right?
yeah. Because I don't think there would have been too many fucking people from the sticks. But you know what? Maybe there were. I didn't.
Yeah.
I still didn't see much. But man, like, what a fucking, like, the architecture outside, like, it is just.
Is it like that everywhere? Cool with those little tops?
No. They learned how to make like stock. The cheapest way to make an apartment building, copy paste, like very Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Like,
Factorian.
Yeah. You're like, oh yeah, like when you look at it, you're like, yeah, I could have guessed this was Russia.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I've never really. I don't have any desire to go to Russia.
No, not even like.
Even after this, it's like
not even after the war. Like the war
it's
ends.
like I would.
Yeah.
Especially if you tell me that you can like sell 3,000 tickets there.
Oh man, like you could do it. You would definitely be able to do. Because again, like this is a part of the world where people got this younger generation. They consumed the same media that we all consumed. Right? They might have consumed it at different times in their life, but thanks to fucking YouTube, they watched Conan, they watched Late Night, they watched fucking Jackass and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they listened to the same fucking podcasts. Because there is Russian art, but why not
do the better ones?
Yeah, why not do the better?
Dude, it's like Canadians when they're like, "Do you watch Canadian TV?" Like, no, we're 40 miles from NBC.
Yeah,
no, of course you watch The Office and not our fucking dumb like whatever our version of it is.
Aye.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. No, I still don't want to go. I mean, even though it sounds like there'd be cool hipsters and stuff, but it's like,
would you go to Ukraine?
I would go to both. If I got a gig, I would go to both, and I would hang for a while.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about being worried about Russia until you mentioned it. And I
guess
now it's like
I would like Ari. If I found out you were going to Russia before Ukraine, I would phone you up.
Now I want to out of spite to the Ukrainians.
No, I'd be like, man, this is worse. This you cannot.
Plus, there's a lot of Ukrainian rapists. That's never mentioned, and some of them have been hurt by the war. Are you not against hurting rapists?
I just, I think, I think you're spinning this.
What? That sounds like pretty pro-rape to me. Come see me in Moscow and St. Petersburg on the 19th and 20th.
And I'll not go to that rape factory, Kiev.
Oh, people play Kiev too? They must.
Yeah, I think but I imagine it's.
You know what I'd want to go to? Siberia. That's so Russia, right?
Yeah.
I want to see that. A gulag.
Well, you could go to Siberia if you go to Russia and do any of your normal material.
Can you imagine being in that cold ass place and they go, "We're going to send you where it's colder,"
and you're like,
serve
"Huh?"
your jail sentence.
But I thought this was the cold place.
Just leave me. It's awful.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I mean, it's one of the places where I wouldn't even like to fucking like Siberia. I wouldn't even like to visit to know. I'm like, I've experienced Icelandic cold. I believe you that there's colder. I don't need to feel it.
Yeah, up here. This is Siberia. Damn, it's
Man.
so high up.
Yeah, man, that's the place where like if it's fucking nighttime and you crack an egg, like the egg will freeze before like it'll just go bing, shatter the fucking bowl. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You put noodles to your mouth, they freeze there. Like the chopsticks just float. Fuck it, not a chance.
Yeah. We were in Canada somewhere with Rogan, and they were like, he was like, it's always like, how cold does it get? And the guy was like, -40, and he goes, Celsius or Fahrenheit? And the guy was like, what does it matter? He's like, yeah, all right. Yeah, no, I don't really have much desire to go. I'm trying to think, even if like I was like, it would be nice to see a gulag, but they don't have tours of that, like the fucking killing fields and shit. They're not going to show you a gulag.
Yeah, because I feel like Russia doesn't really own its history.
Yeah.
In the same, I mean, not that America does a great job.
What do you mean? We've never done anything wrong. Maybe we did something wrong once ever. But they haven't. We don't up to it as soon as we did. These people want to rewrite history.
Yeah, man, same in the UK. Some people keep pointing out that heaps of our streets are named after all of these slave masters, but they neglect to mention what good sailors they all were.
Dude, you gotta start noticing the fucking names of cities, especially in the East Coast, of just native tribes we wiped out, like Poughkeepsie, things like that. They're all just like tribes, dead tribes.
Yeah, and oh man, parts of like even in Glasgow and like Liverpool and like the more liberal parts of the UK, like there are streets that are named after, you know.
Hey, you got a street.
Yeah, well, because that's what we used to celebrate. He had lots of money, and I'm sure it was for an evil thing.
Oh yeah.
Back in the past, we just liked people with heaps of money. Haven't things changed?
Yeah, they really ate everywhere with money.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, I guess I have no interest in going to Russia after this.
No. Is there any place?
Not like fuck off, but like just still the same way where I was. Just like I don't know.
Like it's, you know, there are more entertaining.
Yeah,
countries, places.
Too cold.
You're too cold.
Dude, I like hiking, but then when they talk about going up to where it's like no oxygen, I was like, this isn't fun.
They're not gonna speak English well.
They're not gonna speak English.
They're not gonna speak English well.
So yeah, it's tough to get by.
I mean, like there are obviously enough people that do. Again, the youth will speak fucking English.
Yeah, but if you go to a restaurant, do you have to learn how to like?
No, but like they do get it, and they've got like the English speaking waiter. But again, that's city center, fucking Moscow, and you know. They're not Spanish about it. Like the Spanish fucking hate when your non-Spanish ass turns up to their restaurant and doesn't try. Yeah. Whereas, you know,
why are we going through the charade?
Eastern Europeans like, thank you so much for even attending our thing. We will do our best to, you know, well guess what you're saying. That's we're just happy to. Whereas the Spanish are like, if this motherfucker does not speak fluent fucking Spanish to me, I'm gonna spit on all his paella. I fucking hate these tourists, man.
Did people stink in Russia? Or not really? I legit could see this go either way. It could be a body odor place or not.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I know.
But they were wearing many layers when I was there.
So do Hasidic people, and they stink.
Is that true?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's bad. Those layers, it just swamps. It swamps. Yeah, layers is actually a bad sign for stink.
Really?
Unless you just put on a new layer on top of an old layer to hold it in
But
vortex.
like, what are the ladies doing during the day? They're not washing all those clothes. Is that like they're not going to school?
I guess not the layers. They do other stuff. No, they're not going to school. They're not doing many jobs. They're around the house. Yeah, ladies of fucking Hasidism.
Yeah,
what the fuck have you been doing? You're fucking bitching about how your life's hard. You're not equal. Wash some fucking clothes. You're not even doing the shit you're supposed to do.
That's not the angle I was going for at all.
Sloss is right, you fucking dumb bitches, the Hasidic Jewish community. Daniel Sloss is correct about you and your fucking lazy bitch fucking ways.
Well, no, I am just saying. It's, you know.
Learn the kitchen first, Daniel Sloss says, and then maybe we'll teach you about the diamond trade.
I'm just saying it is odd all that time in the day.
Yeah. Daniel.
Yeah.
Before we leave, you got pictures to send me later of you in Russia?
I'll ask Kai.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you went with Kai.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was. And
does Kai ever make you do like just the presence of him make you like, oh, let's do something instead of staying in the
100%. The only reason I saw Russia that day was because Kai was there. I promise you, had he not been there, I would have just drank vodka in a bathtub until the show and then go. But he was like, nah, like come on, like this is, and he was right. He was like, man, this might be like once in a lifetime.
Yeah,
like, the
for
opportunity to
and
get to fucking,
right.
And
you gotta force yourself.
And we did, and I'm glad we did. I ended up having a fucking, the day I was still a miserable bastard, but the night it was good. The gig was fucking great. Hanging out after, I think we stayed out till like 4 or 5 in the morning, and
really.
Oh, God.
Nice.
I was blind drunk. I was so
vodka drunk.
Man, I kissed a man. I was fucking steaming.
Oh, yeah. Kiss the gay member. It's illegal. It's not your normal thing, even.
I was like, that was my act of like fucking defiance.
Yeah.
Could have smoked a spliff. Could have gone outside and said Putin's
fuck off. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah,
as they're grabbing you.
Could have just done a video saying Putin's a cunt. Could have done any other thing. I was like, no. Bleeding heart lib. I'll kiss a bloke.
I have no interest in fucking around with that. Yeah. I'm like, nope. Nuh-uh.
No.
Dude, I gotta get Kai Humphries on this fucking podcast.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Get him to tell you about the fuck. Oh no, we've done the bull run on the podcast.
The bull run was great. Yeah. Some of these I'm like,
get him to tell you the story about why we thought he was going to be banned from Slovakia.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good end.
Yeah.
All right, Kai, do Slovakia. Hey, I do a travel tip at the end. Like, what's your travel tip? But that reminded me another one. I'll just say of like, just go out. You'll feel too tired, but just do it anyway.
Yeah.
You're gonna regret not doing it.
I mean, my fucking travel tip. Fucking don't go to Spain. They're all bastards. If you want to go to Spain, just go to Portugal. You don't know enough of a fucking difference between Spain and Portugal. You'll have the time you want in Portugal, and you'll not. I fucking despise the Spanish. Because they're all fucking wankers, man. Like I've blacklisted it. I'll not go there on holiday.
Wow.
I've done gigs there. They're an awful fucking. I hate them all.
Wow. Wow.
Real, just bastards. Every last one of them.
Oh my God, never heard this take on Spain.
Man,
I love it.
They hate the Brits for very valid reasons.
Why?
Well, because all the Brits that go to Spain are working class, uneducated pieces of shit who hate people doing in Britain exactly what they do.
Yeah.
They come over here, they don't learn the fucking language, and then these cunts go to Spain and don't learn the language, and they buy second homes out there.
Okay, but can I answer for you?
Yeah.
In a second? But then bring out the fucking paella, and then I wouldn't have to talk to you.
Yeah.
Just bring it out.
They go over there. So they're just roots to the Spanish. So the Spanish now hate all Brits, which is fair.
Yeah.
But not all Brits are the same. But so when I go over there and I'm a nice person, they're still and they couldn't be less helpful. There's nothing a Spanish person loves more than throwing a fucking roadblock up during your day. It's so hot.
I love this so much.
They have siestas because they're just.
They're not in a rush. They are not in a rush.
They are just inherently lazy people.
Oh my God!
Like it's just part of their culture, and they have dinner too late. Like they're like 10, 11 p.m. Like if you were to do a show, like if you do a show in Spain, they will arrive the audience will arrive an hour and a half late and be so bewildered as to why the show is over. Just a real and I can say all these things because I'm never going back. I've been there enough. I've been there enough times to go. I fucking hate this place. Yeah.
Damn. I love it. I love some fucking vitriol. All right, good travel tip.
Yep. Stay away from Spain. Portugal. It's way better.
We gotta start doing like a bing with the travel tip. Yeah. Portugal is the Spain you're looking for.
Yeah, Portugal. Yeah, it's way better.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like Scotland and England, man. If you're going to go to England, just go to Scotland. It's the same.
All right. Sloss, where can people find you online?
Just Daniel Sloss.
3 S's.
Yeah. Watch.
2 at the end, 1 at the beginning.
Yeah.
Watch your special on Netflix.
2 specials on Netflix.
2 specials on Netflix.
1 on HBO. And then later on in the year, I'll be releasing 2 other ones on my website.
On DanielSloss.com.
Yeah.
I'm just remembering now, me and DeRosa, near here, one of your billboards. HBO is notorious for leaving billboards up for months and months and months.
Yeah.
And there was scaffolding in front of it. We pissed on it.
Oh, great. Yeah. I think I felt that.
Yeah, we were like, oh.
Yeah.
And they're like, let's be like, yeah.
Felt like somebody walking over my grave. Yeah. Are my ears burning?
I think we videoed it.
Yeah, I think you sent it to me.
Yeah, which, trying to include you.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been spiteful had you just done it and not told me about it.
Yeah, fuck this guy. Like, don't tell him. Yeah, I think I graffitied one of Soder's.
Yeah.
They got to bring those back. Anyway, Daniel Sloss, guys, fucking great comedian. Check him out. Netflix, HBO, his own website. Where does he not? King of all media.
Yeah, that's me.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Well, that's the episode, everybody. Thank you very much for Daniel Sloss for coming in and telling us about that country. I got to be honest. It doesn't make me want to go to Russia more. I've just never had it in me. I know some of you probably have. Leave it in the comments. If you've had a good time in Russia, leave it in the comments if you're watching it on YouTube. I do love reading those comments and about your own stuff there. Last time on Ian Laura's, somebody was mentioning about how they love the rum there. It reminded me of the fucking rum in Dominican Republic. They're like little travel tips. It's like if you're going to one of these places, or if anybody's going to one of these places, what they're going to do is, you know what they're going to do? They're going to fucking look at the comments on this thing. Give somebody some fucking travel tips. Someone who might be maybe 10 years from now going to a place you've been. Give them some tips. That's a comment on YouTube. Don't forget to check out Daniel Sloss October 5th at the Palladium in London. Not the Canadian one. There's another London. Yeah, Russia. I don't know. I don't worry about them fucking spying on me or like, all this stuff like poisoning your door. I'm not really worried about that at all. Interesting though that the guy couldn't fucking say he's gay. That's tough for a comic to not be able to say that they're gay. We don't really deal with that. Everyone's like, you can't say anything anymore in American comedy. Like, well, you can say that you're gay. And literally, in the gay comedy scene, you don't even have to be funny. No, Emma Willman's great, Mateo's great. A lot of great gay comedians. But the fucking gay scene, shaky. Shaky's not a fucking sexual move when you're in somebody's cock. All right, just fucking be highbrow for once. Anyway, fucking thanks Daniel Sloss for coming in. I appreciate it. Check out his specials, Dark, X, Socio. I don't know how to say shit. Subscribe and wherever you're watching. Shroomfest, I hope you have a great time. Don't forget, this year is July 20th, 21st, and 22nd. People go, all right, how do you decide on Shroomfest when the dates will be? Well, here it is. We figured it out a long time ago. It's the longest weekend of moonlight in the Northern Hemisphere during the summer. Yeah. Yeah. And we don't really count September much unless it's like the first week. But so this year is July 20th, 21st. If the full moon is on Sunday night, then that's going to be that weekend. Yeah. Sunday night in that range. Anytime July, August. Yeah. Friday night, it's like this. So it's a chance for you guys to do mushrooms whatever you want. Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. If you got shit to do, if you're a comedian, that's how Monday started. Yeah, you're working Saturday, Sunday. Monday's your day. Don't worry. Don't not participate. Monday's your day. Some kids asked me, we just did it randomly in June. They're like, can you wait till after finals? Yes, we can. I want everyone to participate. Shroomfest. All you got to do is participate. Is fucking eat mushrooms, everybody. What am I in here? What shrubbery am I in? And I'm going to break shit. So, if you want to get a t-shirt, commemorate this year's holiday. Every year we do a different t-shirt. I don't make any of the money off it. I make none of the money off it. The artist made it. They're fucking badass shirts. At Abracadabra on Instagram if you want to reach out and tell them thank you. Or if you want to ask them to build your website or do some fucking graphic work. At Abracadabra. Look at those fucking shirts, everybody. They're fucking great. Great design. 3 different colors. Purple, green, gray. I forget now. I guess you would call it gray. Stone, I love when they call something gold. Or it's like, fucking yellow. Shut up. It's fucking yellow. Anyway, you can get those shirts at arishaffir.com/merch, along with the vinyl for my special Jew on sale now. Almost sold out. Sign up for the mailing list for a chance to win a signed copy of the test pressing of Jew. If you don't know what a test pressing is, you're not a fucking vinyl head. I just found out myself. I'm not going to judge you. We got grinders, shirts, the Shroomfest shirts, vinyl, something I'm forgetting. The Ari Shaffir grinders are pretty fucking sweet too. Get everything in one. Ow. They make great gifts. Guys, that's the episode. Please subscribe wherever you're watching or listening to help me grow this fucking channel and this page. I'm having a great time fucking doing it. I hope you guys are too. Check out Daniel Sloss. Make sure to follow him on Instagram. Get off Twitter. It's a fucking cesspool of hatred and just smut and horribleness. Nothing to do with Elon Musk. He didn't turn down the He didn't turn around the fucking vibe of the place. It's a fucking shitty party when everyone's on coke and you're ready to leave. It's Nothing's going to turn it around. No guy going, let me change the music is going to turn that fucking party around. Nice try, Elon Musk. Great, free speech. But that speech is horrifying. You can just walk out of the room. But Instagram, go ahead and follow him. Follow us at You Be Trippin Pod on Instagram. We'll see. Every week we post it. This guy has pictures. Post a series of the pictures all at once. It's cool. It's cool follow. It's cool follow. And then sometimes we post my favorite travel tips about different places. I don't know. Whatever. Check them out. And me at Ari Shaffir on Instagram as well. I think that's it. Today's episode was produced by Your Mom's House Network. There's a network, a podcast network, owned by my friend who had liposuction surgery 2 years ago, lost a bunch of weight. He gained a bunch of weight last Thanksgiving, and now he's out of the country getting more liposuction from a fucking Honduran illegal doctor. Yeah, it's Tom Segura is what I'm talking about, in case you don't know. Yeah, he had liposuction. He doesn't tell you that. He goes, oh, just some Ozempic, he may or may not say, I don't know. So, but, guy, by the way, anyone in Hollywood who loses a bunch of weight, it's Ozempic. You don't have to ask. I haven't asked. I have asked some people, and they say no. And I go, great, I don't believe you. Just sudden, hard weight loss? It's okay. Be on Ozempic. Just say it. I literally have no idea what Tom did. Sorry. Let me back that up. Illegal liposuction, Nicaragua. Next week, it's either Simeon Goodson talking about his DJ days in Wuxi, China. What a fucking wild one that was. Or Louis Katz. On maybe possibly the oldest trip we've ever had from 20-something years ago. Older than Sal's fucking Ibiza trip. He went to India. We're going to revisit India. Maybe we'll do two. Which one do you want? I'll have decided without you. Do you want Simeon Goodson to say in the fucking, what's it called? Communism route. I know China's not communist, but, more or less they are. They're known as that. So did two communists in a row, or did we go India and then China? Leave in the comments your suggestions / guess, and we'll see. Either one of those are going to be great. Then maybe Norman the week after that. Yeah, we'll see. Also, and he suggests, guys, you suggest stuff in the YouTube. It's great. I've already got a couple. I've already got a couple of your suggestions. Keep doing it. If there's some real good travel that you know of, I'm interested. Especially if they got only if they got great fucking stories. Some celebrity that you would have bypassed because you're like, well, I don't know about it. But if he's like, no, he fucking got crazy when he was 19. I want to hear about it. So that's it. Let's get back to the episode. It was okay. Alan Caffey edited it, and I think that's all I have to tell you. Thanks, Daniel Sloss. Until next week, everybody. Oh, wait, hasta la vista, sayonara. I know this one. Do svidaniya. God, it can't be right. Do svidaniya, everybody. Let's just fucking assume it is. Who cares? I'm never going there.